it's me, Flavie Forge, or Grace, because I revealed my name in the comment section, but, well, my friend did, but whatever. So I'll be discussing two things, well, mostly one thing. It's about a certain person I'm subscribed to, which I will send, their name so you can subscribe to them so their content can reach their target audience. And I was going to post the original audio, but I kind of wanted to redo it because it was a lot noisy in the first, and I kind of misworded a lot of things. I think it's better if I don't have a script so I know what I'm doing, and mostly because it won't let me see a script during this. So I will be discussing a drama. Well, it's not like a drama, but this person specifically that had targeted which I'm going to call them by it/he, which I will be struggling since I'm not good with that kind of pronouns. But it had been called homophobic, or Avon. I do not know how to say that name, but I will be calling them So Is had been exposed for being homophobic, which isn't even true, as they've been said to be in their description, which you can see yourself if you go to their channel, that they are very queer, and they are in a queer relationship. Apparently their boyfriend is a male, but whatever, I do not care, since I don't think it's really needed to know, but like I said, this person is very woke, so clearly you can't be homophobic and queer. That kind of contradicts itself. And this person has done zero research and proved it themselves by acting like that, and even harassed a minor. And who even said it themselves, they're a minor in their description. And they genuinely want the person to leave them alone, as they've been harassing them for 2 months. I'm pretty sure it was 2 months. But for 2 months, they have been harassing this person, who is a minor. And apparently this person is on their, dad's account and had deleted every single video, and apparently had already hacked into them. I'm not entirely sure if this person is actually real with hacking and has hacked this person, but this person has said they do not know the hacker at all, but for some reason says that's their other account, but types very differently than that person from what I've seen. But I do not know if it's true or not, so I'm saying it's alleged, and I do not believe it because you suddenly start talking about this person, even though, and because they talk kind of like Nova from or Nova Online, or Gabe, or Gage, whatever, Gabriel. Look it up if you don't know who he is, but he's a PDF, but I'm not saying they're a PDF, I'm saying they talk like him, kinda. But anyways, so, like I was saying, they said even though has said they are not even homophobic, they had even told me in their comment section that they are queer, and I even have proof, and I will even make a post of me showing you these pictures if you want it, which most likely I will post after this video. So like I've been saying, no, is not homophobic, and I've seen this because it's genuinely hated gay people, which homophobia means that, or is when you discriminate against a group of queer people, because queer is a group. I think we all know that. So obviously they aren't homophobic because it contradicts the fact that they are queer, and this queer person has said the minor is racist and homophobic with zero proof. And I'm pretty sure this person is just wanting attention by exposing people who isn't even actually exposing them, but rather digging themselves in a hole they cannot get out from because they're being complete idiots by not doing research. If that person was actually idiots, if this person was actually racist, as they haven't even had any proof, only pictures, and even made fun and stole content from them, making fun of their art for some reason. I do not think this is fair at all, by the way, because this is a minor. It doesn't matter if the person was an adult. They could become, like, very suicidal if bullying, because bullying is already bad enough. We can already tell what happens to people who get bullied enough. I'm using, like, a My Hero Academia reference, but I think it's a good point. No one should bully someone, as apparently... Oh, okay, shut up, Flappy Flourish. Apparently, this person... Wait, no. This person... Wait, what was I saying? I forgot, but this person has said that this minor is homophobic and racist, like I said before. With zero proof, has harassed them for 2 months and took pictures of their artwork. I think, since I actually even went on an investigation, so I have gathered that this person doesn't have zero proof of this alleged racist and homophobic, even included other people that, again, had no, proof. Alright, the example, right? I forgot. So in this, reference I'm talking about, it's when Bakugo tells Deku or Midoriya to jump off the roof like a swan, swan dive off a rooftop. Over the fact that he does not have a quirk, and his mom is enabling it, essentially. Because instead of making sure her kid isn't bullying, because most likely he's gonna bully if his mother acts like that. Because the only reason kids act like this is when their parents act like that. And what I've seen is she is letting it happen. She doesn't care at all, and he has mommy issues. And while it's okay to be a naturally angry person, bullying is not okay. And somehow people find it funny when Midoriya is told to kill himself for simply not having a quirk, and actually could have done it. And that's why My Hero Academia probably wouldn't even been created if he did actually do that. Because the whole point of the show is around a quirkless boy showing off his potential by earning a quirk from the number one hero and defeating All For One. So, why is people happy or finding it funny when Bakudo, I'm calling him Bakuto for saying that. But I will say this, I know it's not related to what I'm talking about, but it's a good example at least, because it shows that people, and even Deku himself said that he knew if he actually did that, he wouldn't be able to say those nasty things, and only started doing it once his quirk emerged, and Deku didn't have a quirk. That just shows he's most likely only two-faced, and only cares when someone had a quirk he could talk to. Because he thinks that if someone is quirkless, that means they can complete nothing in life, even though it's been said that All Might himself doesn't even have a quirk. So it's kind of rude to say that to someone who doesn't have a quirk, and it doesn't matter if they don't. You should still show kindness to that person. But anyways, even though the situation is very small and there's nothing totally wrong happening, I still think it's at least okay to call them out. But other than that, I have nothing else to say about it. The person is a dummy who doesn't even do research on the person they're gonna let totally exposed by harassing a minor and calling someone who they don't even know, by the way, is homophobic and racist, I think? I don't know. I didn't really fully see it. I don't remember. Well, I did actually see it. I even talked about it in the earlier audio, but whatever. So, like I said, this person is very, very much in the wrong, and clearly needs to do more research before they call someone out. But otherwise, I don't really have much to say else about the situation. I just think it's still good to at least call them out. So my thoughts, the person generally needs to stay off the internet if they're not even gonna have right information. But I think That's all I'm gonna say. But do not contact this person at all, so you don't get like harassed and most likely hacked.